After kind of looking back at the game, what do you think offensively on Saturday?
I thought we did a lot of things well. Um, did a lot of things wrong too that we can build from. So I think it was obviously an improvement from the prior week, but still a lot of things we can learn and do better. So
When you look at the Auburn defense on tape, what sticks out to you?
yeah, I mean they're good. They're good football players. They're athletic. They're fast. Um, they're aggressive. I mean, all around pretty solid defense. So it's gonna be a good challenge.
Brady, after the ACU game, Dom Lovett talked about kind of building a connection with you by staying after practice, working on routes many times over. How long have you guys been doing stuff like that, and what's it been like to see it pay off this year?
Yeah, I mean that's pretty standard. Any practice that we feel like we needed to hit a route more or connect on a play more that we missed in practice, yeah, we'll just stay after and get it. That's just pretty standard. That's been going on for as long as I've been here. So
We talked to Coach yesterday about conversations about sliding when you run. I'm just curious what your view of those conversations with him has been.
yeah, I'm gonna try to slide more on first and second down. On third down, I'm not gonna slide. So
They have a very solid front seven on defense there. Is that concerning to you, or like how's that impact your preparation?
yeah, I mean just like I said, they're solid overall. So we just gotta go out there and do our thing, play my game. I'm not concerned about it. But yeah, it'll be a challenge just like everything else. So
Anything else for Brady? Thank you, sir.
appreciate it.
We've got Cody Schrader at the podium if you've got questions for Cody.
Cody, after kind of looking at film and stuff, like, what do you guys feel like you need to do to kind of take the run game to that next level and make it a little more consistent?
Yeah, I think just at practice is where we're going to see. Just focus on what we can do, our fundamentals and technique, and see if that carry over to game day execution.
What challenges does the Auburn defense pose to that?
Yeah, I think it's one of best defenses that we've seen up so far. So I think like any game is different. Every game is different. So it's going to be a unique challenge. But that's why we prepare and that's why we practice the way we do. To give ourselves the best chance possible to win.
How do you feel about playing in front of 80 plus thousand people? Have you thought about that? Is there anything different preparation wise that you did from Kansas State to this one?
Yeah, nothing really changes for me. I kind of got that out of my system the first game. I knew that was going to be my big shock, but now I got to be a pro about these situations and not let outside noise or big crowds or anything like that affect the way I play or the way I prepare.
Cody, you guys have talked a lot recently about starting games quicker. What are some keys to doing that against Auburn at Jordan Hare this weekend?
Yeah, I think just getting our run game going, just building a rhythm on offense, getting that rhythm going, and just kind of, complete some passes, get the run game going, all that, just get a offense on a roll, offense on a rhythm, making some good first downs early on and, seeing where that can take us later on in the game.
Cody, what are some things you kind of worked on from week to week to kind of help prepare yourself for a matchup like this?
Yeah, I think like what I keep saying, I think I told you guys last time just blitz pickups is the biggest thing for me. Just studying different defenses, and it's it's unique when you see different defenses every week, different blitzes, and stuff like that. So that's my biggest focus every week.
On tape, what have you seen from some of Auburn's blitz packages that you might need to be prepared for?
Yeah, I think it's just Auburn's going to be a really good defense. It's going to be real fun to go up against, and it's going to be something. I've been dreaming against playing against Auburn for a long time now. So I'm ready for any challenge. I know we're preparing play the best that we can.
How's it been adapting to kind of the pace of the Missouri offense versus more what you were in at Truman, where it's more huddling up and stuff?
Right. Yeah. That was like the biggest shock when I first got here was that huddle with not having signals and that like you complete a first down and nothing and you're right back on the line. When you're in a huddle, you got time to breathe. You got time to diagnose the play. So now it's just really learning, boom, just going, knowing the plays, even being so prepared that you know what the play might be called, so you can just kind of go and play fast.
Cody, we saw Towers Jones for a few snaps at the weekend. What can he add to the running back room? What's he like?
Yeah, I think he's just a really talented, hungry kid. He's still a true freshman, so he still has a lot to develop, a lot to learn. But yeah, he's one of the most talented kids I've seen, at the running back position. So extremely excited for him, and just the way he's hungry to learn. I think it's the most impressive thing.
know you were here in the spring, but getting into the season and freshman year, getting on the field, what have the first few weeks been like for you?
It's been great. I'll be honest, nothing could prepare me for it. You know, as an incoming freshman coming in the spring, working out with the team. But it was great getting the first weeks out the way, and being in that environment to help me prepare for what's coming in the future.
What was kind of, I don't know if it was the biggest surprise or kind of welcome to college football moment in the first couple weeks for you?
If I'm being honest, like probably like the roster depth. You know, as a highly recruited athlete coming out of high school, you're gonna think like you're gonna have like the spot immediately. But college is a whole different level, and probably the welcome to college moment is everybody on that level is good. Like it's an even playing field, and you just got to work even harder. So that was pretty. It was a pretty humbling moment, but at the same time, I took it as a lesson. No ego or anything. I really looked to the people in the receiver room, like Toski, Barrett, Chance, and everybody else. You know, I learn from them every day, including like Luther, Damo, Mookie. They know a lot more than me. They've been here, and it just helped me prepare for this moment.
Barry talks is raved about how you're willing, you have a strong willingness to learn. What have you kind of picked up from him as he's a veteran?
Who?
Barry.
Oh, Barrett. That's my guy. I always joke with him for how long he's been in college, but even though I be sarcastic, it took him a while for him to understand that. But if I'm ever confused on anything, he's kind of like him and Toski are like the ones I go to. If I ever need questions on like what's the play or how to understand it or concepts coming in the future, they've always been the ones to teach me, and I'm always willing to receive feedback, good or bad, so I can help me learn and hopefully be on their level and be a leader one day.
What do you kind of add or think you add to the wide receiver room yourself?
I think I add some versatility, just like anybody else in the room. It's not really. I think we're all great athletes in there. We're all playmakers. There's a lot of good competition in there that helps us grow every day because one of our main groups in there is to find a way to get better at one thing every day, and I think we can all have that it factor in the receiver room, and like we're all really good in there.
I know everybody comes in and the hope is to see the field as a true freshman, but when did that kind of become more realistic, and when did you know for sure that you were going to get a shot to play this year?
Coming in spring ball, it was kind of like iffy for me because our receiver room was kind of deep. But as some people weeded out, it kind of opened up for me, and it was pretty much on myself to how hard I wanted to work to get on the field, whether it was receiver or special teams. And me, as a freshman, I'm willing to take any opportunity that I can, whether it's more special teams than offense or more offense and special teams. And I'm just blessed to be in the position I am, and as long as I keep working, I'll get what I work for.
How much confidence does it give you that you are getting snaps at receiver this early, though?
It definitely is a confidence builder. It makes me I'm pretty sure it make any freshman feel better about themselves that they're getting play as a freshman. But at the same time, you can't get too confident because you might slip up. So I just choose to stay humble and to continue to learn every day.
Yep. Go ahead.
What was the feeling like when you made your first catch against Louisiana Tech?
It felt good. In the moment, it felt good, but at the same time, in my head, like we're still in game, so I didn't want to be like too happy. But after the fact, coming off the sideline and going to the next day, everybody congratulated me and stuff. So it was a pretty good moment.
I know every game's a big game, but first SEC game. This is kind of why you come to a place like this. What are your feelings this week headed into it?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling excited. It's been preached that it's gonna be very loud, the SEC environment, and I think K-State kind of set the bar for how loud the stadium could be, but SEC gonna be louder. So we just have a main focus on silent communication because how loud it's gonna be, we're not gonna be able to hear each other and over communicating. And I'm just looking forward to being in that environment for the first time, and so I could get used to it for the games to come.
Anything else for Mekhi? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good, Javon. I'll start at the podium if you've got questions for Javon.
Thomas, you guys have gone through the week of practice here. What's kind of been your points of emphasis as the offensive line?
Just executing. We wanted to just make sure we get our job done. Really focusing on executing and technique this week. We just wanted to make sure we're doing everything right. Having the right footsteps and making sure we have the right assignments.
Coach Drinkwitz has kind of put an emphasis on eliminating some of those penalties. How do you guys sort of emphasize that?
Doing a lot of hands inside drill. No more like rapping and stuff like that. Just keying in on hands inside. Like that goes with technique though. We've been really focusing on that this week a lot.
Well, how important has your role become in helping to fix that as a more senior member, as a captain?
I think my role is big, just to help the guys out. You know, they look at me sometimes. You know, when stuff is not going the right way. So me stepping up, you know, and letting them know, you know, we here. You know, we got to fix this, and we can do it, basically.
From your experience, how much of this can also come down to just it being early season, you know, fall camp? There's still some rust in the first few weeks.
I mean, 13 penalties is still not acceptable. So we just gotta focus in, key in on technique, and making sure we doing everything right, pretty much.
When you look at that Auburn front seven on tape, what do you know?
They got some good guys. A lot of the guys are good. They move a lot and stuff, but yeah, they have some good guys. That's all I can say.
Communication seems to be like a point of emphasis going into like these big crowds. Have you guys seen yourself get better with that over the last 3 weeks?
Yeah, I think definitely after the K-State game, we realized how key communication is, and you know we've been focusing on that a lot too. You know, making sure we on the same page pretty much.
Anything else for Javon? Thank you, sir.
All right, appreciate y'all.